Morning kids, it's Miriam
and Giselle.
and we thought today we'd do the craft with you. So if you want to get your DBK packs, inside the pack you'll find a template of a snake. That's what we're going to do today. So you'll need some colouring in pens or pencils. You'll need
some scissors,
maybe some glue, and maybe some little bits to stick on if you've got some coloured bits, or some glitter or something exciting, and some sticky tape as well. Beautiful. So once you've got all your things together, come down and turn the video back on and we'll talk you through it. So first of all, you need to colour in your snake. Lots of bright fun colours. I'm going to pick blue to start with. What colour are you going to use, Giselle?
I might use orange.
Orange, beautiful.
Why are we making snakes, America?
Well, today's story has a snake in it.
Oh, what story is that?
Well, there's a few stories in the Bible that have a snake. One of them is
Adam and Eve in the garden.
That's right, Adam and Eve do have a snake in the garden. But no, it's not that story. Not this time. Because we've been talking about the Apostle Paul, and one of his adventures involves a snake.
Which one's that?
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But do you remember what happened last week to Paul while he was on his adventures?
Not really.
Do you remember, kids?
Can you remind me?
There was a big boat on the sea.
Noah's Ark.
No,
not that one.
It wasn't Noah's Ark. It was Paul in a big boat on the sea going to Rome.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a big storm.
There was a big storm.
And what was it? There was a shipwreck. And everyone on the boat, they made it to shore safely.
They did make it to shore safely because, as we learned last week from Tatum and Cam, God was looking after him, even though he did suggest to the sailors not to go because of the storm, and they still went. But God still looked after him and all the sailors and brought them safely to shore.
That's right.
How's your colouring in going?
I think it's getting there. I've got some nice stripes.
I'm doing some stripes too.
Ooh.
But I've got purple and green.
I like those colours.
What bright colours have you guys got? I hope you're doing lots of lovely good colouring in. We've got to make our snakes look really interesting and exciting. So what happened next, when Paul and all his friends and the people from the ship got onto the island, they were pretty wet and pretty miserable. So the islanders thought they'd build them a fire and get them some dinner so they could dry off and get warm. So Paul decided he wanted to help, so he went to collect some wood, as you do.
What happened next?
Well, while he was collecting the wood and he was bringing it to the fire to throw it in, there was a snake, a slithery snake,
like these ones,
popped out and bit him.
Ouch!
That's not very nice, is it?
Was it poisonous? Did he get hurt?
It was poisonous, and I'll tell you in a minute what happened. But first of all, I just want to quickly finish off this colouring in so that we can cut out our snakes, because you can't do much while they're flat on the paper.
Right.
How are you kids going? Got yours all nicely coloured in? You might need to get Mum and Dad to help you with the cutting. You'll be very careful with your scissors. Cut around the outside of the snake, and make sure that you cut around these pieces here, because they're going to be really important later on. Okay? So, now, as we were saying, Paul got bitten by the snake.
Yeah.
So he flung the snake off into the fire.
Ooh, sounds like a good dinner.
Do you think?
I reckon.
I don't know. I wouldn't like snake for dinner, would you?
No.
Well, what do you think happened to Paul though after he got bitten by the snake?
Well, I imagine he got very sick because, snake bites hurt.
They do hurt.
So, I don't know, he got sick.
Well, he was a poisonous snake, and all the villagers thought he would get sick, and they were standing around waiting and watching. But Paul did not get sick. In fact, there was a miracle, and he just kept walking around like normal, putting more wood on the fire
Really?
and cooking dinner and everything. So then they thought, oh my goodness, he must be a god. Do you think Paul's a god?
I don't think that's quite right.
No, I don't think so either. But God is part of the story because God was performing a miracle. And he looked after Paul. But it gave Paul the opportunity to talk to the people, the villagers, about his faith, to say how much Jesus was looking after him. So
That's so good.
yeah, it is really good. Now, how's your snake going?
I'm almost there.
Almost there. Got him cut out. Well,
Ready?
once you've got them cut out, and I've got one from before, just so that I don't take forever, I'll show you what to do next while you're doing the cutting. So first of all, in these little bits here, you've got to fold them together and stick them down, and that will form the head of the snake.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
Stick down like that, and on the other side as well.
I'm going to put some glue.
Oh, sure. Glue or sticky tape, you can use whichever one you've got at hand.
Would you like some little eyes on your snake over there?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's got eyes.
No.
What a cutie. Even though he's poisonous, but
Yes.
and he might end up in the fire
Oh.
if he bites me.
Oh. Ready? We'll just do a tongue.
And his tongue.
Yeah. And now do you grab a finger?
Yeah, look at that. So once you've cut out your snake, put out your finger, and Mum and Dad can help you with this part. You wrap the pieces around the finger. Oops.
I'll hold.
Maybe get your sticky tape first. Wrap it around. Piece of sticky tape on it. Tricky bits.
Might need a friend to do this
There
one.
you go.
Oh.
So once you've got your, you've got an extra eye there.
Okay.
Once you've got your snake, you can practice being Paul. Get bit by the snake, but God looks after us.
That's
Okay.
right.
Now we need to remember that even though sometimes bad things happen, because hey, being stuck in a storm, being shipwrecked, before that he was in prison, in fact he was still a prisoner, there were quite a number of things that weren't really going Paul's way, and yet through every single one of them God was with him.
That's right.
That is right. And even though it probably still did hurt to get bitten by the snake, he didn't get sick. So
God kept him safe.
yeah, and what was another really amazing thing about all of these situations is that they gave Paul opportunity to share about God. He was able to tell the villagers all about God and how much God loved them, and that he wanted them to love him as well and to know all about him. So wherever Paul went, he spoke about Jesus, which is a great thing to do, and we should always remember to tell our friends about Jesus, always choose to trust him and know that he is faithful. So I hope you had fun making your snakes, and I'm going to continue on with mine and put a few more little bits and pieces on, maybe some shiny scales. I've got some sequins here, and
I reckon you have some nice colours like this one.
it looks pretty good.
It does.
You going to finish yours?
I reckon so.
All right.
Should we pray?
Yes, we should
Yes,
pray, Giselle. That's
we
always a
should.
great thing to do. Would you like to pray?
I'd love to pray.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You guys want to pray with us? Alright. Dear God, we thank you that you made us and you're always protecting us, no matter if we're in a storm or perhaps even if a snake bites us like Paul. We know that we can count on you to protect us and keep us safe. Amen.
Amen. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.